Hey, good morning, guys. Hope you're doing good. Real quick, today I'm going to talk to you about why I coach. And there's plenty of reasons, but I'm just going to pick a few. First, starting off, the love for the game is and what it's done for me in my life and the many life lessons that football has given me is priceless to me. Football is a game of life, and my love for the game come from an early age and having success and uh, just seeing hard work through the years pay off on the field and where it's taken me. And I love the game, man. I can remember, going to a sports academy and getting my cleats and my spats and gloves and tape, all that stuff, my mouthpiece and uh, getting a mouthpiece and boiling it and putting it in and getting it fitted to my teeth, and just that feeling you get, chewing on your mouthpiece before season and just thinking about that first practice and what you're going to do that first day of practice in pads. That was a big time for me and one of the funner times of my life. And I'll tell you, I love coaching, but there is nothing like being able to put on a helmet and strap it up and put your cleats on, go out to a field and just show, you know, who can be more aggressive, who's faster, how aggressive you are, the physicality you can use against another person. And, it's modern day gladiators, and that's awesome. And, you know, just that feeling that you get though. And, you could run through a wall and there was nothing like it to me, uh, playing football. But then, obviously the impact that a coach can have on a young player growing up and kind of influencing a person, and that's kind of the route I wanted to take, and being able to reach kids on a different level than than maybe someone else could, because you have a common interest and they can look up to you in a way that you can really influence a direction of their life, uh, just from having conversations and little things of having a relationship. That was big because that's kind of what I had growing up. I had coaches and I had my papa who was my grandpa, and that was my influence, and football was a big part of it. And from through the many years that I played football, I had many coaches starting at 5 years old to into my 20s playing in college. I had coaches who loved on you and gave you motivation, gave you confidence, and then I had coaches who were the complete opposite and were hard and uh, would tell you to your face, "Hey, you're not as good as you think you are," type of thing. And those are exact, and they were right, and everything, whether it be positive, negative, whatever it may be. Looking back on it, at the time, obviously I didn't realize it, but you know, looking back now that I'm older, every type of coach that I've ever had, I needed that in my life. Whether it was a coach that you know would bring me up here, or a coach that would you know bring me down where I needed to be, and you needed that. Those are life lessons that you can't learn anywhere else, in my opinion. But probably the biggest reason I would say that I became a football coach is just my background and upbringing, and the main reason I coach football is because football is who I am. It was my first love growing up. I had the opportunity to grow up in a football family where my papa and my uncles, my cousins, they were all football players. If you were a boy in our family, you're going to play football. And so, many uh, backyard football games and being competitive at everything that's what we were. And my papa was my inspiration. He always made it to all the games, and he made it to all his grandkids' games. And football was a pillar of our family and kind of brought us all together. And he had opportunities in football, and that went to the side, and he wanted to make it an opportunity. If we had an opportunity, he wanted us to make the most of it. So football was special to our family, and you know, the uncles were athletes, my cousins were athletes. It was just ultra competitive, and and but growing up, I was closer to my grandpa than my other cousins. Then I got the opportunity to work with him during the summers from an early age, and that was a big impact that had on me and my mindset of having an edge and uh, getting a strong work ethic and having a different mindset than most of the kids that age, 9, 10, 11 years old, going to work with grandpa. And my papa was a brick mason. And so I spent the summers uh, basically mixing mortar, concrete, pushing wheelbarrows, stacking bricks on the scaffold jacks and handing bricks to be laid. And this was in South Alabama. This was that Alabama heat in the summer, and it'll get you. And he worked me hard, man. He really taught me the value of hard work and the value of a dollar and what it takes to earn something. And always preached, things don't just grow on trees, and you've got to earn your way. And but I talked about productivity in the Win the Day video. And the work that my papa did with me, that's exactly what that was. And is basically generating and producing as much as you can in a certain amount of time. And again, he worked me hard, and I mean it. And it was a get the job done environment with him. And he didn't just bring me out to his jobs to spend time with me and to drink the water and eat sandwiches. It was if you made it, it was go time on the job site. And if you made mistakes, it could cost money and time, and that's something that was dead serious. And you know, if you did something, you always knew if you did something wrong, there was a certain look that you would get, and so I learned real quick, man, uh, limit the mistakes and make the right decisions and work hard, and things will get done. And so working with my papa again, though, he was just always sharing wisdom with me. And one of the main things that he talked about was education. And obviously, he wasn't going to pay for my college, and he thought that I might have an opportunity one day to have football pay for an education for me. And so, he basically shared a vision and uh, told me what it could take and what it would take and how I would get there. And uh, just having that strong work ethic and knowing that I have to go get it, and it's not just going to come to me, that I'm going to have to earn it. Uh, those are things he told me. And again, through the work that I did with him, that's what it showed. It showed through the work that I did there. And, that kind of stuff set me apart. And every word he spoke with me basically stuck, through the years. And what I remember most is he'd tell me, hey, it doesn't matter if football ends up being my, professional football doesn't end up being my career path, that no matter what I do, just be the best at it, and I could do anything in the world. He just wanted me to have a strong work ethic and be good at what I did. And one of the biggest things was education can open up a lot of doors for you. And obviously working for him, I didn't want to do that type of work the rest of my life. But not saying that that's not a knock on the construction profession, uh, because it's essential and that's a great trade. But I wanted to play football, and so I got the opportunity later on to go on and go play college ball, and that's an experience I won't forget, and it meant a lot to me. Not everything always went my way, but there was also times that I wouldn't trade for the world. But around my middle of my junior year, I realized that, hey, I might actually have a chance to graduate and get a degree, and so once I realized I actually had a shot to graduate, uh, that was huge because in my family, I would be the first one to actually graduate college, and that'd be a big achievement for our family, and it'd mean the world to my papa, and that's who I wanted to make proud. And so, you know, um, once I finished my degree and finished my playing career, I just remember, talking to him, and I talked to a few of my older coaches, and it was really set on my heart to get into the coaching profession. I knew that playing wasn't going to happen. At a certain point, you know, uh, hard work and average or decent athletes only going to make it so far in football. There's some other things that go into it when it comes to getting to the NFL, and so coaching is the next step. And uh, that was the transition I was ready to take. And I knew going in that I wanted to make an impact on kids. That was the number one thing that I wanted to be able to do. And so, you know, um, from that moment on, I just finished my degree, went on, and basically, I wouldn't turn the tables back. I love it. I love every day of it. And at times I'm thinking, I'm actually getting paid for this. So it's crazy to even think about that. And I love it, man. And uh, thing is too, you know, if you do what you love, and you're going to be successful no matter what. You make the right decisions. You do what you love. You're going to be successful. It's going to happen. And it doesn't have to be football. It can be anything in the world. I mean, you look at the most successful people in the world, and shoot, that could be you, or you could be better than that. Uh, it's all about making the right choices and working hard and having a desire, having a passion. And this, football coaching is a profession that's giving back to the game, uh, trying to make a difference in someone's life, and you're also getting to be competitive. I'm a competitive spirited guy. I want to compete, and man, so I'm getting to do three great things that I want to do as a career for the rest of my life, and it means everything, and provide for my family as well. In my mind, there's nothing else to do. So that's a little insight of why I coach and what I'm about. I hope you guys got something from it, and use your own experiences and hardships in life in a positive way and make the most of it. And you can teach your kids and your family and your friends things, and maybe that can inspire them and uplift them, and you can push people to become better and reach their potential. So, love you guys. I know we'll be back together soon. Can't wait to be on that field and get in the weight room. Remember, whatever you decide in life, whatever it is, you just go be the best at it.